Good morning. Day 55 on the PCT. Woke up to a gorgeous morning. Beautiful mist in the air right above Beck Meadow. And got going about 7:30. We're gonna have to start pushing that a little bit, but it was a cold morning, so it was a little slow moving. But had coffee and oatmeal, which is always grand. And met up with a nice young lady from Belgium named Lika, and hiking with her so far and just helping her with the trail as much as a person can, and she's sure helping me as well. So it's nice to have someone to talk to. In any event, I'm gonna try to push for a 17-mile plus day, and it doesn't look like any issue with that as long as the leg holds up. Slept really good, and keep you posted. Let's hit the trail. All right, just came out of these pines area and coming down into this little river. So this is the Kern tributary, and we get some water there. But look how beautiful this is. Day 55 is in the books. Just had a delicious dinner. Heading about another half mile to the campsite. And watch the sun. So, cruising right over this little meadow. And plan on basically getting up early and hitting it hard again to get to a campsite, which is our way to Lone Pine so we could resupply. All right, day 56. And it's 8 o'clock. And we've done 2.5 miles already. So, good night's sleep, good breakfast. Gonna hitch into Lone Pine today, get our resupply, and back to the trail. So have a nice 15-mile day ahead, and then just gonna get out of Lone Pine as fast as possible. Bunch of thieves getting our stuff done, see how it works out. All right, look at this view. We got some major peaks. Look at how beautiful that is. Love it. All right. Awesome. All right. There is Owens Valley. And it is mind-blowing how beautiful it is. Way, but we're up high, boy. At about 11,000 feet, I think. Not 11,000. I'm gonna call it 10 or 9,500. Look at how gorgeous this is. And then on this side, you got that peak. All right, day 56 on the PCT. Right, day 56 PCT. It's about lunchtime. Gonna stop in this really cool flat area right now, so you can see. And gonna have about 10 miles done by noon, so gotta like that. Day 56, here we go. All right, just came down off of that mountain, and I'm walking in this meadow instead of following the blue blaze. Blue blaze had a bunch of snow, and it was more slick than anything. I'm gonna have to find the trail after a little bit, but look at this nice meadow that I'm walking in right now. All right, head into the trailhead, and there we go. All right, day 57. Woke up in a hotel room after going into Lone Pine. Got shuttled down, got shuttled back for free. Amazing, because it's a haul. Now heading back up to the PCT after resupplying. Ate everything we could eat, and feel very heavy right now as far as food and pack, but I'll be out for another 5 days. So, and day 57, did basically an 22-hour turnaround from trailhead to trailhead, getting back on trail. So pretty good. Got our laundry done. Again, got resupply, mailed stuff from the post office, and then heading back up. So gonna find a good camping spot once I get up on top, and then hit the trail tomorrow. Over and out. All right, up on top on the trail, and you can see it's pretty much snowed in, but not too bad. Gonna hike till 6. This is probably the worst section so far. Definitely post-holing, and then set up camp. Let this freeze over for the morning. All right, just want to give you a view of it. Day 57 on the PCT 2025. All right, day 57 in the books. Got this beautiful site right below the trail, creeping up towards Mount Whitney. And the tent set up, watching the sun drop, and calling it a night. So thanks for watching. This is Rick Osborne Jr. with Geology Rocks, Stillwater Hiker, aka Rock and Roll, on the PCT 2025. All right, good morning. Day 58 on the PCT, and cruising. Woke up at 4:30. I was on trail by 6. which is amazing. Trying to do a big day today. Get to the campsite underneath Mount Whitney. That way we can summit Whitney tomorrow. So, trail's nice and open right now. Already did a couple miles. But you get pockets like this that are covered with snow. And I have a feeling once we hit Cottonwood Pass, which is about another 1.5 miles, we'll be on the north face. Might see some snow. That slows down, so about 1.5 miles per hour. But I already got a couple in under the belt. And look at that, watching this beautiful sun rise. It'll warm up for sure a little bit. Didn't get too cold. It was actually really guarded by the little valley and pines that we were underneath. So, all right, this is day 58 on the PCT. Yeah, I'm just sitting here chilling. Sun was out a second ago and start feeling stuff on my face, like raindrops. It's snowing. Little snow.
Good morning, day 59 on the PCT. You can see I'm having breakfast in bed. Just chilling, having a coffee at mile 761. And you're gonna get up and get positioned to summit Mount Whitney tomorrow. So today's a fun day because it's an easy day. Get some rest and then wake up at midnight and start hiking. So everything's frozen. Keep you posted.
All right, here's a picture of the beautiful Rock Creek that I ended up going across that log. And you just walk right through it right here. A lot of golden trout in here. Try to catch a few, but time to keep on hiking. It's already about 10:15 on Sunday, and need to get moving, so heading out.
All right, just had a nice incline, flattened out up here. But this looks like a little savanna. Pretty cool. Nice little flat area in between some mountains. All right, day 59. Heading towards Mount Whitney. We haven't got a glimpse of it yet, but at least not that I know of, but keep looking. A pine siskin is making a lot of racket, but I cannot find the birdie. Gotta hike. All right, there is Mount Whitney. Right about there. Oh, maybe not. There it is. Yeah, gonna summit that puppy tomorrow. Beautiful day to be summiting Mount Whitney. Second highest point in the United States. Highest in the lower 48. Right there. Coming after you, Mr. Whitney, or Miss Whitney. Whoever you are, you're mine. Over and out. All right, just made it down from the base of that big monster and out here in Crabtree Meadow. Look at that water. It's beautiful. That's Mount Whitney right there. And look at this beautiful stream with all the trout in it. See the trout right there? That's what we're gonna call dinner. Yeah, baby, dinner. Come and get me. Good morning on day 60 of the PCT. It is dark, 5 a.m., and we're heading to Summit Mount Whitney. Woo, baby, let's rock and roll. All right, good morning. You can see Mount Whitney in the distance there. We're up at 4 o'clock, and the thought here is to get on top of any ice or snow before it has any time to get slushy or make it harder so we don't post hole. So again, up at 4, took about 45 minutes to get set. Now we're on trail, Blue Blaze, going up to Mount Whitney. It's about 7.5 miles one way. We're expecting to take 4 to 5 hours to basically get up there, and then always a lot faster coming down. So I'm gonna go up there, have a little lunch, and then have some coffee and head back down after we summit. All right, there she is. It's so peaceful out here. You can see the trail. All right, walking basically on the snowpack right here. Just to give you an idea, the scale, there's a hiker right there coming up. All snow, all frozen. Sun's starting to lower, getting closer and closer to us. All right. Wow, I'm walking up huge ice-packed area. Yeah, this is like crazy. Some severe conditions. Just rock all around us. Snow all around us. And heading up. Did about 3 miles already. Only got 4 more to go. But did the easy stuff. Hard part's still coming up. But they're nice switchbacks, so I gotta believe they're steps, but we'll see. Going out. All right, here we go. This is Guitar Lake. From the aerial, looks like a guitar. Tough to make it out right here, but you can see it. All right, on the shores of Guitar Lake. Look at all this alpine water flowing in here. Definitely majestic. All right, got about 3 more switchbacks. Been a little dicey, but heading up. Just to give you a reference, of a scale, there are people that have already summited that are walking down in the valley. You could see a group of 4. You could see a group of 2 behind them. Way down there. All right, 1.8 miles left to the summit. You can see the trail right there. And it's starting to warm up. Gloves are off, puffy's off. And it's about 10:30, so hoping to get there by noon. Over and out. All right, look at that valley. There's Lone Pine way out there in the distance. Very pretty. All right, we are approaching the emergency shelter on the top of Mount Whitney. And roughly took about 8 hours to get up here. Yeah, about 7. We left at 5. And this is why we do it. Look at that. It's starting to get nice and toasty. Gonna have some lunch and head back down. Not sure where he came from. Making a little coffee for lunch.